I don't know who needs to hear this, but it's time for you to leave your family behind. This new season, this new life that God is about to bless you with, it's time to leave your family behind because your family doesn't want what's best for you for the most part. And I'm not saying every family member is like this. There's some good family, there's a lot of people that are good with their family, but it's not like that for everybody, right? I personally, my family on my mom's side, on my immediate family, those are only family members that I rock with, right? And I know some of them are subscribed to this channel, so shout out to you guys. But you know, I'll say, for the most part, like I got some jealous family members as well, so it might resonate with you in some way. But anyways, you have to leave your family behind because your family doesn't want what's best for you, right? So because look, your family is stuck where they at. You know what I'm saying? Most of your family members are programmed. You know what I'm saying? Because they're used to doing the same thing that, the generation before them did, like their parents did, or the generation before your parents. You know what I'm saying? People are so programmed. A lot of people in your family are programmed. People in your family just want to work, work, work. They don't want to build. They don't want to create nothing for themselves. But when you come along, when God brings you along, when you're born, and you want to create something for yourself, your family want to start looking at you crazy. They start talking about you behind your back. You know what I'm saying? Like when I started this YouTube channel, like I remember, and this is why I deactivated my Instagram because a lot of family, so I got family members that follow me on Instagram, like, you know what I'm saying? And I was, posting posting some of my numbers for my YouTube channel that, that is improving. Some of the family members just watched. They didn't like, okay, cousin, I see you. Like nobody DM'd me for real. Like, you know what I'm saying? One of my cousins did, but most of my cousins, man, like they just watched. They didn't even say nothing. They just looked at it, just watching. You got people like, you got family members like that. You got friends like this too, but purpose of the video, you talking about family members. It's like they watch, they just watch, but they don't acknowledge you like you're doing something great. They don't want to acknowledge that you're doing something great. So and that's a problem, right? So it's like, man, you gotta cut these family members off because you are who you hang around. Like if you got family members that want to, smoke, they want to drink, they want to party all the time, that's gonna rub off on you, right? So I know that I was starting to head down that path a little bit. Like in 2024, I was starting to hang around. I'll say the end of 2023 and all 2024, and beginning of 2025, I was hanging out with them all the time, going to the clubs and stuff, drinking and smoking with them, hanging out. It was like, nah, this is not what I want to do. I knew better, you know what I'm saying? Because when you know better, you do better, right? When you know better, you do better. So it's like, you know what? I knew that I didn't want to smoke and drink all the time. Like, not gonna lie, I wasn't doing it every weekend, but I was doing it for the most part. You know what I'm saying? This one I was staying at home too. So, I was hanging out with my uncle. My uncle, he liked to drink and stuff like that. I was hanging out with him a lot and all that stuff. And I was starting to go down that path a little bit. But it's like, you know what? Nah, this is not what I want to do. This is not what I want to do, man. Like, nah, this ain't life. This is what this gonna do for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm 20, I'm like 20, 21. I'm still living at home, bro. I ain't got no good job yet. It's like, man, let me lock in, bro. Let me lock in. I wanna get my CDL. I remember my dad was harping on me to get my CDL. And I did that, you know what I'm saying? It was like, man, nah, let me lock in and get this. I'm tired of working at these warehouse jobs, these dead end jobs, man. It's like, it wasn't worth it, bro. It wasn't worth it. So I'm like, man, let me lock in, let me focus, man. Let me get this CDL. And I failed the first time. I mentioned this before. Like I failed my test the first time, then I came back and I passed again. So I'm like, okay. And I finally got my CDL, and I'm working at a decent job, right? And then one day, I took around I took a walk around my parents' house, walking around the neighborhood. I'm like, you know what? I want to start a YouTube channel, right? I want to start a YouTube channel. And man, I started in August of last year. So I've been doing this for like around 7, 8 months now. So 7, 8 months now. So it's been fun, you know what I'm saying? But you know, I want to continue that. I want to continue at this. I know it's still gonna take time for me to continue to grow. So, you know, we on the journey. So, you know, but yeah, man, it's like, man, whenever you want to create something for yourself, more than outside of your job, your family start talking about you. They start talking behind your back. So it's like, damn, it's like, you know, you got no support from your family member. And I don't believe this when they say blood is thicker than water. I don't believe that bull crap. No, it's not. Because let's be honest, at the end of the day, family, you know what I'm saying, like the title, the cousins, the title of brothers, so it's just a word at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it's not important, but they're titles at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? We're all human beings one day. We're all human beings at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't look at family, that's why I look at family different. Because I realize it's just a title. It's not, you know what I'm saying? It's like, yes, it's legitimate. Yes, it's legit, but it's like, it's just a title. You know what I'm saying? We all are born with a purpose, but many were called, but chosen were few. And if you were chosen one, man, you're gonna find what your purpose is. You're gonna find what your purpose is. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I found my purpose last year when I took around my neighborhood, and it just popped up in my mind like, man, I wanna start a YouTube channel. So and ever since, man, I love doing this. I thought my purpose in life was gonna play football because I had dreams of making the NFL. I know I mentioned this in my older videos, but yeah, man, I had dreams of playing professional football, but you know, that wasn't gonna be my reality because you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, my football, you know, it was decent, but it wasn't, you know, crazy. You know, my football career was crazy. Like, I didn't have no explosive plays like that, you know what I'm saying? So you just gotta be realistic with yourself, man. So, you know, maybe I could play for fun. Like, that's why I played semi-pro a few years ago. We won a championship and all that stuff. So it was a fun experience, but I knew that it wasn't, you know, that's not what God sent me here to do. And I was playing all these years playing football. I think I was gonna make the NFL, and it never worked out for me. But, you know, this YouTube, and, you know, I'm just starting this, praying that this works out. You know, I create a business outside of this. I want to start a business outside of my YouTube channel. So, you know, hopefully it works out. You know, I just got to keep going. But everybody has a purpose, right? You know, like I said, if you're a chosen one, you're going to know what your purpose is. You're going to find your purpose. You know what I'm saying? That's why chosen were few. That's why, you know, and God be blessed. I mean, I don't know, man. God just made people special than other people. I don't know why is that case. I'm not saying that to brag or nothing like that, but it's just the reality. You know what I'm saying? That's why a lot of people are just living, or just not really living life. They just going by the day, scrolling on social media. You know what I'm saying? Distracting themselves as much as possible. And that used to be me too, but it's like, I knew better than that. I knew better than this. It's like, man, I don't want to be down this path. I knew it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want more out of life. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, but man, if this video resonates with you, man, like, bro, like, it's time to cut your family members off. It's time to set certain boundaries for yourself. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, this is your life. You know what I'm saying? We all gonna die one day. You know what I'm saying? That's just the reality. We all gonna die one day. So, but yeah, man, it's up to you to find your purpose, right? It all depends on you. But anyways, man, this video resonates with you. All right, please like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see y'all in the next one.